Welcome back, Diecast Racing fans. I'm Jay, one of the hosts with Diecast Motorsport, and we are about to kick off our modified JDM tournament as we look at some of the competitors who will be competing in this tournament. We are super excited to kick this off. We're going to start with our time trials. Each competitor will get one lap down the track to put up their best time. We'll use those results to seed the tournament. Now, before we move on, I've got one special announcement. We have a new timing system that Kay is testing out here. It was provided by Slandman Customs. It's more accurate than our previous system. We think we will need it going forward. Now, here's our first driver. It's Puff with Puff's Racing, driving in a 1990 Acura NSX. And there goes Puff. Beautiful shade of blue on that Acura. Looking really smooth right now. Flying. Wow, Puff. Oh, 11.7013. That is a fast time to kick things off. All right, here's our next driver. It's Strike with Essex Boys Racing, driving in a 1982 Toyota Supra. Here goes Strike. And Strike takes off. Boy, 11.7 to start the tournament off in these time trials. What will Strike do? We'll have to wait to see. Here we go. 12.2.3.2.1. That's a pretty good track time too. Well done, Strike. All right, next up is Summit Baril from 603 Powersports, driving a Mitsubishi Eclipse Concept. Nice big spoiler on the back. Let's watch Summit Baril. Summit takes off. So a couple good track times to kick this time trial off. Summit looking a little slow here. Maybe just needs a little warm up. And Summit Baril comes in at a 15.572.8. All right, next. This is Dusty Miles with Milestone Diecast Racing, driving in an 08 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Our first of several Evos. Let's see how Dusty does. And Dusty Miles takes off. Nice exit out of turn 2 and turn 3. Flying. This looks like a good track time for Dusty. It is 11.2966. Top of the board right now, nearly breaks 11 seconds. All right, next up, Larro with 409 Diecast Racing, driving in a 1990 Acura NSX. Let's see how Larro does. Larro takes off. Wow, tough act to follow with Dusty Miles nearly breaking 11 seconds, but Larro looking pretty strong. Little slide there. 12.6684 for Larro, currently sitting in 4th. Next up, this is Boondoxx with MQH Racing, driving in a 2018 Honda Civic Type R. All right, let's tune in and see how Boondoxx does. Boondoxx takes off. Clean exit there. Several clean exits out of our first couple corners. And Boondoxx looking pretty good. Yes, 12.4582 is now in 4th. All right, next up, we've got Lara Long with Longshott Customs in a Nissan Fairlady Z. Nice orange and black color schema. Let's see how Lara does. Lara takes off. A little slow out of turn 2. And, maybe struggling a little bit out there. Let's see. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the car. Okay, 16.0562. We'll see how that holds up. Right now we have some fast times. And next, this is Mike Lee with Diecast Motorsport, driving in a Honda Civic EF. This is one of our sub-ins for those who couldn't make it into the tournament. Let's see how Mike Lee does. Now remember, Diecast Motorsport cars are not eligible to win the event. They were donated. Mike Lee doing pretty good there with the time trial. Yeah, nice time. 12.4424. Well done, Mike. Way to represent. All right, next up, it's the Huntster with CloakedAfterDark, driving in a 2020 Toyota GR Supra. The Huntster, I love that name. Let's see how the Huntster does. Takes off. Pretty clean exit there out of turn 2. A little slow there into turn 3. Ooh, and slides to a stop. We'll give the Huntster another chance. And here he goes. Second attempt on the Joshua. Hopefully better than the first. Huntster gets past where he DNF'd last time. And the Huntster throws down a 14.3941, currently sitting in 7th. Now here's another VDM car. This is Richie Cole driving in a 95 Mazda RX-7. Our second car that we donated. Thank you to Richie Cole for participating in this event. Richie takes off. I love the paint job on that RX-7. Richie doing pretty good there. Looking smooth. And Richie puts down a 6.365. Let's see who's next. Ooh, this is Sungod with Sungod Racing, driving a 1990 Acura NSX. Looking good there. Let's see how Sungod does on the Joshua. And he takes off. Clean exit out of turn 2. Looking good out of 3. Moving pretty quickly. Little bit of back and forth motion. Let's see. 13.0877. Sitting about mid-pack right now. Next up is Endcount with Chase Family Racing. Driving in a Mitsubishi Eclipse Concept. Nice bright orange color. Can't miss Endcount. Let's see how he does in the time trial. Endcount takes off. Ooh, looking quick. Very nice. Let's see what that time is. Whoa, 11.6369. So another sub 12. We've got 3 sub 12s out there right now. All right, next up, Papa 7 Miles with Diecast Burnout. Driving in a Nissan Skyline GTR. I believe that's the R32. Let's see how Papa 7 Miles does. And Papa, forgive me if I can't nickname you Papa. Papa doing pretty well. Ooh, a little side-to-side motion, though. Maybe slowing down. Papa, 13.2330. Also sitting about mid-pack. Ooh, next up, it's Numbskull with Numbskull Racing. 2017 Nissan GTR R35. And that bright green car. I love it. Let's see how Numbskull does. Numbskull takes off. Looking pretty smooth so far. Cameraman hardly can keep up. Numbskull is flying. Whoa! 11.2479. Numbskull jumps right to the top of the chart. Nicely done. All right, next up, it's Dretty with Mini Mafia Motors, driving in a Mitsubishi 3000 GT. We believe that's a 94. Let's see how Dretty does. And Dretty takes off. Little side to side there. Dretty. No, a little bit more side to side motion. Let's see what the time is. Okay, 13.2339. Not too bad. All right, next up, Uncle Elvis with Uncle Elvis Racing, driving an 08 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. We're going to call it the Barbie car, that light pink shade. Uncle Elvis takes off. Ooh, a little slide there out of turn 2, another slide out of turn 3. on, Uncle Elvis. Let's see the time. 13:39:37 for Uncle Elvis. Mid-pack currently. Next up, this is Bolo Brown with Miniature Car Racing in a Nissan Leaf Nismo RC02. I believe the RC stands for race car. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. Bolo Brown takes off in that two-tone Nissan. Bolo looking fast. Even with the side-to-side motion, still throws down a 12.3147. Currently sitting in 6th. As we update our results, let's see who's next. This is Rory with Raptor Racing, driving in a 94 Mitsubishi 3000 GT. The red and black two-tone. I love those colors, by the way. And Rory takes off to the Joshua. Rory, little slide. Another slide there, another slide. Let's see what the time is. 13:5724 for Rory. You made page 1 so far. Not bad. As we update our results, next up, this is Kingjester with Jester Motorworks, driving a Nissan Skyline GTR R32. The green and black with the red wheels for Kingjester. Kingjester takes off. Ooh, looking pretty good out of turn 2. Kingjester. Little slide though I saw. Let's see. Ooh, spins out. But still puts down a 13.6035. We know that could have been faster. But the spin out hurt him a little bit, but not too bad. Next up is Scooter Roundwell with Team Spirit of 64 in a 2016 Honda Civic Type R. Scooter Roundwell. Very unique paint job. I love it. Scooter takes off. And Scooter maybe looking a little slow. Maybe not Scooter's best performance right now. We'll call it just doing a little warm up. And Scooter 15.8472, which will put Scooter on page 2 there, just ahead of Lara. All right, next up, it's Leo with Reina Racing 21 in a 2023 Nissan Z. Leo rocking that metallic silver paint job. Leo takes off. Let's see how Leo does on the Joshua. Looking pretty strong right now. Leo, what's the time? 12.3935. Pretty good track time, putting Leo currently in 7th place. Next up, in a beautiful red, white, and blue Evo, it's Johnny Smoke with SST Diecast Racing. It's another 08 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. We've seen a couple of them already. Johnny takes off. Let's see how this Evo does. Johnny gets around turn 5. Little wiggle there. Going side to side. That's going to slow Johnny down. And Johnny, 15.3948. I have a feeling Johnny can do better than that. We'll see when it comes to the racing how Johnny does. All right, next up, Dallas Coltrane with Dyn-o-mite Racing, driving in a 24/7, aka a Mazda RX-7. Here's Dallas. He takes off. Dallas Coltrane looks kind of like a camo paint job, I guess. I like it. Looks good. The green tint on the windows. Dallas Coltrane 14.5558, I believe it was. Yes, 5558. And here's our last competitor with Diecast Motorsport. It's Kevin Wynn in a 94 Toyota Supra. Let's see how Kevin represents Diecast Motorsport. Kevin takes off. I love the bright red paint job. A big drift out of turn 2. And the slide there, turn 4. Ooh, on the rail. Kevin's going to DNF. Let's give Kevin another shot. Can Kevin do better in his second run? Ooh, another side-to-side motion there. Looking pretty slow, not going to lie. Not representing us very well. Ooh, there's a bad slide. And Kevin Wynn barely comes across the line. Nearly a 17-second time. That's got to put Kevin in last. Yeah. So right now, Kevin is in last place with 8 more to go. Here's Mr. Dark with Dubious-Diecast in an 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7. Mr. Dark, bright yellow paint job. Can't miss him. Takes off. Looks good out of turn 2. Looks good out of turn 3. Looks fast. Mr. Dark throwing down a 12.1527, landing him currently in 5th place. 7 more to go. Next up, it's Lily the Dog with Lily's Boneyard in a 2016 Honda Civic Type R. Jet black with some red and black wheels. Looking good. The paw print on the back. And Lily the Dog takes off. Looking good so far. Wow. Really fast. On the high side of the corners. And whoa, 11.2164. That's going to put Lily right to the top of the chart. Well done. Very well done. Next, you can't miss them. It's Arlo with Arlo Racing in a Nissan Maxima Drift. Beautiful looking car. I love the windows, the paint job. Let's see how Arlo does. Arlo takes off. Gets around turn 2 pretty clean, and turn 3 and 4. Arlo looking strong. A little bit of side-to-side motion, but that's an 11.5. That's 5.229. Very nicely done, Arlo. All right, let's see who's next. This is James Ironbeard with Ironbeard Customs in a Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX. James Ironbeard. Let's see how he does. James looking pretty good. A couple slides there. Maybe an average run for James. Let's see the time. Okay, sub 13. 12.9910 on the clock for James. And he makes page 1. As we update the chart. Next up, J-Bo with Dog Squab Racing. He's driving a 2020 Toyota GR Supra. Let's see how J-Bo does on the Joshua. And here goes J-Bo, rounding turn 2 and 3. Maybe a little slow. Let's see if he can pick up the pace. Looks like he did. J-Bo with a 13.3937. Not too bad, about middle of the pack for J-Bo. Let's see who's next. This is Deacon with Rabid Badger Racing in a Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Another one of our Skylines, an older one here. Let's see how Deacon does. Deacon, rounding turn 2 pretty nicely. Looking good on turn 3. Maybe a little slide there out of turn 4. Deacon, ooh, spins out and comes to a stop on the track. Let's give Deacon another chance. Can Deacon do better this time, finishing it up? Came to a stop on the final straight. This run's looking pretty similar, maybe a little slower here for Deacon. And Deacon, 13.6366. That's going to put Deacon about in the middle of the pack. Okay, a little bit further to the back. And next, can't miss Terrence Jr. with Redline Salvage Inc. in another '08 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Looks like Terrence maybe did a little racing already. The paint's chipped up a little bit. Terrence Jr. taking to the Joshua. Beautiful purple Evo. Looking pretty good. Looking actually really good. 11.9096. Sub 12 for Terrence. Putting him currently in 7th place with one competitor to go. And last but not least, we have Papa Pugsley with Man-Child Motors. He's in a 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Beautiful two-tone paint job. Papa Pugsley. Let's see how he does. I can't call him Papa because I already named Papa 7 Miles that, so we'll call him Papa P. Papa P looking good. Wow, 11.4427. 4th place for Papa Pugsley. Nicely done. Very well done. Let's update the charts one last time here. Here's your final results. Lily the dog sitting at the top of the chart with a phenomenal track time. And there is your tournament bracket. 8 groups of 4 to kick off qualifiers. We will have that next time. Thank you all so much for tuning into our time trial. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time here on Victoria Diecast Motorsport.